back to your River Cities report. The Marshall School of Journalism offers many classes teaching students the art of storytelling, most for print or broadcast news format storytelling. However, one class teaches the form of documentary-style storytelling.
On the campus at Marshall University this past week, the School of Journalism hosted a free screening of student-produced documentaries. The screening was the culmination of a documentary class taken by both undergraduate and graduate students. 6 works were featured with varying topics from the opioid crisis in Huntington to the Big Brothers Big Sisters program, and even suicide prevention was a tackled topic amongst the students. One of the producers, sophomore Lily Dyer, came out from behind the camera long enough to explain.
Basically, all of us took a documentary journalism class this past spring semester, and the assignment was to do a documentary on any topic that we wanted, that we were really passionate about.
Lynn Marsh, assistant professor in the School of Journalism, teaches the documentary class and gave the budding young filmmakers the assignment.
Initially in the semester, we reviewed several documentaries, and whether they were good or bad, but just so that we could pick them apart and see what worked, what didn't work. So that was incredibly insightful because they were into it. They were totally engaged. We had so much discussion on that. So that was fun.
And Austin Creel, a junior video production major, along with fellow students Rick Farlow and Troy Alexander, chose to cover the topic of conspiracy theories with a piece titled Open Minds.
I learned that it's a big process. We spent 3 or 4 weeks getting people together, finding out what we wanted to make this about. I spent at least 12 hours editing it. It's definitely been a process, but you become very proud of the work you're doing. I think it becomes much more than just an assignment. It becomes something that you want to maybe even have in a portfolio, something you may want to show in the future.
My goal is to give them another way to tell their stories. We focus a lot on print here and online, and we do have broadcasts, but documentaries are a completely different way to tell a story. There are documentaries that are out there that aren't what we were trying to do for this class. This class, we still tried to, have journalism ethics involved. We didn't have, staged, interviews. We didn't have actors and things like that. We tried to, it's real. It's all real.
The goal of the class was to teach the students the technical nuts and bolts approach to the making of a documentary. But they quickly found out that there was more to be learned. Sadie Helmick, co-producer of Epicenter, the documentary that tackled the heavy subject of the opioid crisis in Huntington, found she learned a valuable life lesson while working in the production.
I learned a lot of empathy towards people. I learned how to see people in a different light, that they're not just druggies and just bad people, but they have an actual disorder, and we need to treat them with kindness and love and empathy and respect that maybe our disorders aren't as prevalent as theirs or life destroying as theirs, but we all have something.
Being able to actually go out and talk to people and ask the hard questions. If you can't do that, you're not going to have a good documentary. You're not going to have a good news story either, for that matter. You've got to be able to ask the questions. You've got to be able to know what needs to be asked as well.
If you're interested in seeing any of those movies, they're all available on YouTube.